So, welcome to the third episode of the Coffee Conversations podcast, CZAR.
Hey, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
This is a spontaneous recording. I don't even know what to ask you. No, but we're out here right now. I'm recording and helping him for his content, for his new music coming out. The first one is coming out on September 8th.
September 8th. 1 of 1. Go check it out. It's coming out. It's going to be international. English, Spanish, and Korean.
And so, probably the first question that's good to ask is, where are you from?
From New York. I'm from Queens. Bayside, Queens. Shout out Queens.
Oh, yeah, a little bit Asian,
Yeah.
Filipino, Chinese mafia with it.
Makeshift Filipino. My mom's from Ecuador. My dad's from Burma and China. So.
And we
English
also have
and
the same
Spanish.
last name.
We do.
It's funny
That's
because
the
we were
craziest thing. We could be a little louder.
No, but this is actually like a good exercise that people do
Yeah.
to build their confidence and to realize that no one really cares.
Yeah, for real.
Honestly.
True.
And there's like 10 people here.
Yeah.
And
They're all doing their own thing
yeah,
regardless.
they're doing their own thing. They might look, but either way, they're not
They
gonna
can
say
look, but they
anything.
can't touch.
So yeah, I'm helping him with his music and
Shooting a bunch of content.
so. When did you start making music like this? Like start your own producing? Did you start with like producing first or songwriting?
No, originally songwriting. So I was like, it's probably like back in like high school too.
Ooh.
I'd like low key like write random lyrics that just pop into my head because I was always listening to music, and I always thought it was like normal. I thought everybody was just like writing down lyrics on their notes. I was kept it quiet till I was like in like college before I actually like started taking it seriously.
And what's like the first word that popped into your mind that you want to write?
I would be random stuff. Like I'll be like walking down the street. If I say like a dope phrase, and I'll just be like, "Oh, that's a bar right there." Just like write it down.
Freestyling.
Nah, I don't freestyle like that. More so like, I'll write if I get into a type of mood, or like if that random bar like starts like popping up other stuff.
I
Like
have no idea how like people write songs. Like for example, they like a word pop into their mind. They start to rhyme with.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. People, I've like met a bunch of artists that all like songwrite and produce like differently. Like some people, they're just like crazy freestylers. They'll just go off the dome and just start doing 16 bars. And then others are like me. Like I'll like to sit and take my time with it. Like figure out a melody first and kind of like go from the melody and like the emotions of like I want to invoke in the song, and then kind of bring an idea into that and input lyrics.
It's probably a different artist, different type of way of making music basically.
Yeah.
Some needs to get like in their rhythm first, and some can do it right away, freestyle.
Yeah. I mean, the more and more you do it though, like the more easier it gets. Like I'm not saying like I'm a freestyler, but like when I get like into those times where I'm like just in a big creative, emotional, like creative flow really, I like start doing like a song or two a week, and then the thing is like it's just easier to think of lyrics because like you're in that creative flow. And then you kind of just find yourself like I'll find myself like finishing a song in like a night, just like oh shit. And like other songs it'll take me like 3 months to finish it because like I'll sit down, I'll get like the chorus or something, and then after that I'm like.
And it takes a lot of work to produce one song.
Oh, 1000%, yeah. 1000%.
It's not a one-man show.
Nah. I mean, it could be, but, you know, I find, like, it's better to do stuff with other people and, like, teams and collaborate and everything. You start, like, sparking new ideas that you wouldn't have even thought of before.
And who inspired you?
It's a great question.
The top artist. Like, the one
top artist
you grew up listening to that makes you want to start doing music.
I grew up a lot listening to like the radio and listening to like T-Pain, Chris Brown, like, yo, shout out Justin Timberlake when he was going crazy with Timbaland, Pharrell, Kanye West, of course, which is like really like radio, like melodies, like melodic flows and everything.
Yeah, the Rock Your Body, that was hard.
Rock your body, rock your body. That shit's tough, man. Fuck it, Justin Timberlake's a goat. He's goated too, man.
He is. But he just sold his catalog, is that it?
What?
I think so.
He just sold his catalog.
I think last year. 500 mil. I think.
Oh yeah, I did see that. That him and like Justin Bieber and like so many other artists are selling their catalogs and shit like that. It's kind of fucking. It's crazy, man.
But you know, you've been doing it for a while, and do you think it's starting to pay off?
Me? Yeah, definitely. It's been a fucking grind, like crazy, like nonstop. But thankfully, like now, I'm gonna be distributing with this new label. So, you know, I'm just starting to see some of the rewards of like the time and the investment, the time that I put in before. Like I didn't learn like engineering and all that stuff, like recording myself. Like when I first started out, like my shit was like SoundCloud quality, like type, like horrible. Like, and that's when I was like, yo, I wanna learn how to actually make it sound professional because I want to take it seriously. That's when I started working in studios and learning how to engineer and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's just, but at that time, you probably didn't think that, yeah, like it's worth something. But when you look back at it,
Oh yeah, definitely.
or are you one of those people that, from the start, you know it's you're gonna, like,
I was hopeful and I knew where I wanted to go with it because like I'm like business savvy to a point where it's like, yo, like I have to understand it's like, you know, music is obviously number one, but then at the end of the day it's also after music, this business, like the music business industry side to it. And I knew if I wanted to take it seriously and take myself seriously, I had to take the business side seriously too. Like I like invested in myself, like started my own LLC and like really like just I was like, yo, if I'm gonna do it right, if I'm gonna do it seriously, I'm gonna do it right.
nice words?
You feel me?
Yeah, if you wanna start something, yeah, if you wanna do it right from the start,
Exactly.
instead of you don't want to do it and then after a while, it's you're half-assing it and then start running into some
Exactly.
problems and.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like I didn't like, not everything's been like smooth sailing, been
yeah.
perfect the entire time, but it's like, you know, if you like started off like at 100%, like seriously as you can be, then like you'll figure out the rest of it alone.
If you're going to start something, you gotta go all the way.
Exactly.
Otherwise, don't even start. That's the thing. And it's just consistency.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been consistent.
Yeah.
That's how everything's. Yeah, I can see like your work from. I've only known you for a while, but I can see the grind, the
Thank you.
stories you've been telling me.
You too, man. Shit.
Thank you.
We out here 24/7.
No, yeah, that's why I like to surround myself like with people like you, other creatives. That's what I like about Miami
For real.
so far here.
And there's a lot of hustlers out here too. A lot of people out here.
And in your like in our industry, like photography or like you music, there's a lot of if you think about it, Miami is like saturated, but I don't feel any competition. I feel like everyone's, you know,
Yeah. So
like
everyone's willing to collaborate and work, and,
Yeah.
and at the same time, like just like how you said, like there's a lot of saturation. There's like people like we were saying before that, you know, get into it and like just don't kind of like, they say they're like serious about it and all this stuff, but they don't actually like take it seriously. They don't take it like as our like, if you want like the stuff to be like your life, you have to like literally consume it 24/7 and like
yeah,
really dive into it.
you gotta go in. If you're not going insane,
Exactly.
it's not.
Literally, you gotta go all in.
You're right.
For real. It's like there's so many people who be like, oh yeah, I'll be an artist and everything, and like I'll support that and everything as well. But at the same time, it's like when they're
Yeah, no matter what you do, if
not
you're
invested,
going
you're not
all in.
invested.
At first, before I started, like I thought I can, you know, even if I work for myself, I thought I can sleep like anytime I want to. But if you're going like all in, Yeah, you're really going to lose sleep, bro.
Literally, yeah. Like then,
Like everything, like even the time for your friends.
where it's like I'll think of Post Malone's tattoo on his head is like always tired. I'm like, damn, like
Oh, what's it say?
he's got a tattoo on his forehead that literally just says always tired.
Oh, I didn't
It's
notice
like on
that.
his cheek or something. It says always tired. It's like, well,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
fucking,
yeah,
it's true.
honestly, yeah. A musician, business owner, it's
Yeah,
yeah, a lot of sacrifices, losing friends, sleep.
literally,
You just have to choose what you're going to sacrifice, basically.
exactly.
Because right now I want to focus on the business, but I don't want to like like what do you call it? I mean, I'd rather sacrifice my social life than to work and don't have time to eat
Yeah.
for my health, you know.
Exactly. Like that's the thing. It's just all comes at different sacrifices, and we're still young, still short term. At the end of the day,
I guess that's my only problem here is you're not going. I wasn't able to eat on time, you know. You've been hustling, working, so instead of going out with my friends, I manage my time between like working and fitness and eating
Yeah.
healthy. So
you gotta take care of yourself. That's the biggest thing too.
yeah, I mean, you, you don't want to like work hard and then you get sick. So what's the point?
For real. I keep having to tell myself that too.
Yeah.
It's like there are days where I'm like, so much to do, and
No,
I just get
it's
so
really hard
overwhelmed.
to do.
Yeah, because you get so much shit to do, and you get so overwhelmed. And some days I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, I can't. Like, I just can't do anything today. I need to just like take care of my mental, because then I'll feel myself
Yeah,
like
I mean,
starting to feel like shit.
yes.
Like throat, like yo, my
There are days where I just don't open my computer and just don't do anything.
yeah. But those days, sometimes like I always find myself like beating myself up over it. I'm like, yo, like I know I have all this stuff to do. Like
Yeah.
I should be doing this and this right now. I can't just be chilling.
But it's important for your mental health.
Yeah.
Really. Like the time off, even just a day not doing anything.
Exactly.
You can just watch movies, eat junk food if you want to, and then just pick yourself right back up
Exactly.
the next day. Because if you drain like your creative juices or your mental health, it's yeah, it's fucked.
So I'm like, I literally told myself, like, I'm actually, I'll go to Austin this weekend. I'm going there for like 3 or 4 days to see some of my buddies I haven't seen in years. Because every time, like, they were always booking this yearly trip, I've missed it the past 3 years in a row. Because I've literally just been working 24/7. I was like, yeah, I can't. I'm at the studio. I'm trying to do this. I'm
Yeah.
trying to do this. Like, I can't. Like, I can't. I wish I could.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know how you do it, bro. I can't. Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, yeah, I can sleep. I can't stay up all night. I'm gonna get sick the next day. But you, I see you like working in the morning until the midnight, and then
it's
early morning.
weird because that's like the one of my best shit comes out at night, and I'll be up till like
Oh.
6 in the morning. I'll be like 7 in the morning. I'm like, fuck, like I just came up with this dope ass song. I'm like, that's when like the world turns off. It's like when I can turn on. I'm like literally just like my creative juices, everything just like
Yeah.
comes out. It just flows out easier. So then during the day, I'm always thinking about like, oh, I have to send this to my manager. I have to upload this to DSPs. I have to make sure I get these headshots. I have to work. I have to eat, hit the gym. But then when like nothing's open at night, and it's literally just me and my computer and a microphone, I'm like, fuck yeah. Like now I can just do me.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of musicians, most of them, like they have late nights.
Yeah.
Most corporate business type entrepreneurs, they're more of like early mornings.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to find, that balance between those two though. Because those late nights add up. Those late nights add the fuck up,
Definitely.
bro. Oh my god.
Have you heard about the sleep debt? Like the more you lose sleep, it's harder for your body to catch up on sleep.
Fuck, I don't know how to know that, but I feel that. I don't know it's a thing, but I definitely feel it.
And
So as I said, like I was saying before, like I'm going to Austin this weekend because, like, yo, I haven't seen these guys in forever. Like this past 2-3 months, I've been like grinding like crazy.
How long are you gonna be there for?
Just like 3 days, 4 days. And then I'm telling myself like that's gonna be the rest I'm gonna need for the rest of the year. Then I'm gonna finish out the rest of the year like just go crazy. So then I have September to December, 4 months where I can just lock back in, tell myself it's gonna be my vacation. That's
Yeah.
it.
I haven't been to Austin, Texas.
Either.
What about you? Like,
Never.
oh, it's first time?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
always
it's gonna
excited. Like they went like last year, 2 years ago. It was a great time apparently. I just saw from the picture, man. It's like like I gotta.
Are you
treat
going? Are you
myself.
guys going to stay there, or are you going for a road trip?
No, we're staying in Austin. We have a Airbnb crib out there. We'll by a lake. So by a lake.
Oh, by a lake.
Literally right off the lake or river, whatever it is. So I'm just gonna have some grills, some music, some chilling,
Yeah.
and just like be able to actually just take a step back and like,
Yeah, don't
Enjoy
do
the moment
anything
for a little
work
bit.
related, bro.
bro, that's what I'm telling myself. But I'm thinking, I'm like, ooh, maybe if I can what if I can bring my speakers and I'm like, so I'm like, yo, if I'm in Austin, next I'm relaxing so much to the point where like create like something hits me creatively, like I'm gonna want to make something.
I mean, maybe you can do like an hour a day. Something work, but the one you like to do.
Yeah, ultimately I might just keep it to just bring the headphones and like write on my phone, just save the recording and everything for when I come back.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'll do. So I know if I start getting into that, then the rest of the trip I'm just gonna be like, oh shit, like let me just listen to this and then edit that and like record this.
What are your plans for the next 6 months? Like just keep working, hustling, do
Yeah.
your real estate, your
Doing some real estate too.
everything.
Literally everything. So I actually, after this song releases September 8th, I have another song that's going to release October, then November. So for those tracks I already know we're going to be working. We got to be shooting some content there. Outside of that, I have to, of course, like figure out the ads and for all that. See how my DSP wants to play it. Hopefully, I mean, Billboard Latin Week is like the first week of October. So hopefully, I'll be able to do something there.
Oh yeah. Is it like here?
Yeah, Miami.
Oh.
It's gonna be here in Miami.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So I was talking to my manager, and she's like, "Yeah, are you gonna be here for that week?" I was like, "I'll make sure I'm here for that week."
Yeah, that's a good opportunity.
Yeah. So do some crazy networking then. Finish some songs up that I'm gonna be releasing for the beginning of next year too. And then working on real estate too.
So, what are your advice to someone who's on the same path as you, like trying to like the up and coming, a hustler type person that wants to wants to move from where they're from, that wants to make it?
Literally just like ignore what everybody else says. Like if you know it's right, if you feel it's right, like do it. Like it's gonna be tough. It's like sometimes it'll be your own family, your own best friends that'll tell you like doubt you and all this stuff. But it's like if you feel it's right. Something I remember I like saw a video like Steve Harvey said, God gave you that vision for a reason. He didn't give it to them.
Yeah.
For a reason. It's just your vision. It's
That's
like
true.
it's your path. So it's like I thought about that deeply, and I was just like, it's like took that seriously. Like real, it's like my parents, everybody, no one wanted me to move to Miami when I moved down here the end of last year. I was like, yo, you're starting from zero. Like you're starting all over. You're losing your clientele at the studio. Like you don't have a place to stay. Like, what are your plans? I was just like, my plan is I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna find a job, find a place. I'm gonna find a studio. I'll work it out. I know I'll be fine. That's my plan. And I came down here, and thankfully I'm here. We met.
Yeah.
Working at the studio. Got my first song coming. Like it's don't stop. Literally, don't stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's-
I mean, if you can feel it in your gut, if you do the work, like you're not trying to prove someone wrong. You're just trying to prove yourself right.
Literally.
I mean, and it's all about like risking everything for a dream like no one can see but you, basically.
Literally.
Because if you envision what you want to do for your future, like it's in your mind for a reason.
Bro, like there was this crazy, this like crazy one dream I had one day. And it was like me opening up my patio door. I'm like, oh fucking, I don't even know. It was like 100 floors up or something, just crazy, overlooking a crazy skyline. It was a bright ass day. I just remember like the sun just hit my eye, and I was just couldn't tell if it was New York or Miami, but it was just like fucking beautiful sky dreams. So I'm just like, yo, like this. I saw that dream. I was like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, and
I'm one of those people that always gets crazy deja vu too. Like, oh shit, I saw this in a dream. I saw this and like I had this in a dream. I'm like, yo, like just following those dreams, because then I know I'm like on the right path. I'm just gonna keep it going.
Yeah, and you know yourself. I mean, you know it's gonna happen. It's just that it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
You just do the work, and yeah, like you said, you're gonna be surprised that it happened.
Yeah. Like you have that goal. Your plan might not be like your plan might look like this, but at the end of the day, you get, even if it's going to the left, right, you're going back down, up and around. You're like, you still have that goal set in place. So the journey can be wherever.
I saw a quote saying that says, "You can change the plan, but never the goal."
Exactly. Like I didn't see myself. I didn't think I was gonna move to Miami. Like it was in my thoughts when I first started making the music, and when I first started like taking it seriously, and I was working at the studios in New York. I didn't think about, I'm gonna move to Miami, but I did have that goal of I'm gonna get a distribution deal. Then next after that, I'm gonna look for a publishing admin deal, and try and go from there. And thankfully, like I hit that goal of getting a publishing distribution deal. Distribution deal might have landed me in Miami, but I hit that goal. I didn't see it happening in Miami, but I was like, yo.
That's why it's important to just let things be.
Exactly.
If you control everything that you want to happen from the start, it's just gonna take you longer.
Seriously.
Just let yourself be open to the progress, the process of the ups and downs. But if you try to control the situation from the start, I feel like it's gonna take you longer.
That was what you start overthinking and everything. Yeah, exactly. Smack you in the face, like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, you're not supposed to be here. I told you, just go over there.
You thought.
It's like...
For real though, man. For real. It's like I worked at crazy studios in New York too, and like I worked at like some of, not like the biggest studios in New York, but then also some of the craziest, like most hood, like trapped out studios too.
Yeah. That's the thing too. I feel like environment is everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can work at the biggest company, but if it doesn't feel you right, I'd rather work at a small, business company, but makes you feel.
Yeah, you get that attention and that focus, and like that investment into you too, because it's not only you're investing your time into them and their plans and their business and their goals, but it's also ideal to find a place where if it's smaller, but they have that investment into you and they invest back into you and your career and your development, your growth too. Like it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
I'd rather do that than work at a big place where it's just me giving everything, time, energy, investing everything just for somebody else's goals and their dreams and their financial plans or whatever it is that they're trying to get.
So what are the tools for someone? What advice can you give to someone that's like, how can they grow their music? Is like, what platform do you recommend?
That's good.
The tools.
That's a great question, actually. That's great. I have so many. I've been doing this shit independently for so long. It's like chart metrics is dope as fuck. Chart metrics is good for finding the data on other artists yourself, because Spotify has a ranking. Spotify has like a ranking for every artist, every song, like depending on how that song ranks off of this algorithm, I guess, it pushes it more or less. Then you got Canva for your easy digital like graphic design work. If you're just trying to do like a quick trailer, cut something up, CapCut, of course. Spotify for artists, hitting up Google ads, YouTube ads. If you're independent right now, signing up with an unlimited distributor that lets you distribute an unlimited amount of songs per year, like DistroKid or Too Lost, and then kind of just going into all that data and like understanding that data and understanding your top plays, your listeners, your countries that people listen to you, and kind of cross-reference them and bring them together into your own ads. If you want to learn how to record, Pro Tools, of course, it's like the industry standard. Get a decent mic. You don't have to get a crazy microphone. People are like thinking like, yo, they go to a studio for a $5,000, $10,000 microphone. You don't need all that stuff. Like, you can get like a $200 microphone, $300 microphone that would do you just as well.
And do you believe that someone can produce something great with just minimal tools, equipment?
Yeah, definitely. Because at the end of the day, if you know those tools and you know that equipment, and you know the basics of that, those apply to that's like a different equipment too, like the gain knobs and like EQing like lows, mids, and highs, and like EQing frequencies. EQ is gonna work the same across different plugins. Like, of course, some might sound better than others, but if you know those basics and those fundamentals, you just apply those to the next ones and kind of just grow from there.
So, I don't know.
Probably said a bunch of shit that you don't know, like music wise. You're like, what the fuck? Frequencies?
Yeah. No, I mean, I like to learn.
We gotta get you in the studio, man.
Things.
We gotta get you in the studio and like seeing the creative process and the recording, like recording a session or something like that, and just sitting in.
It's interesting.
Because
it's something I can use too, actually.
Yeah, 100%, 1000%.
Because the software, it's like the same as working on a video, like the timelines and things.
Yeah, you just learn some shortcuts and kind of go from there.
Yeah.
We gotta get you in a session. Pull up.
Okay.
Okay, this man. Next thing you know, Andre's about to be behind the mic, spitting some bars.
No, I'm Filipino, but
yeah, Filipinos got crazy voices, man.
I don't sing.
You don't do karaoke?
No.
You're the only Filipino I've ever heard that doesn't do karaoke, man. What? That's like Filipinos have crazy voices.
Oh, they do.
I heard something else, was something about like the language and the dialect and the way you like pronounce words and everything, and the way you use your mouth to speak in Filipino. It like helps in the way you can sing it and the way you pronounce vocals and everything.
Oh, because most Filipinos, when they sing, it's like a whole different person.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, even when they don't speak English, when they sing an English song.
You would think it's someone who's fluent in English, and
Yeah.
just like, it's crazy, man. Nah, I'm gonna definitely get him behind the mic. I gotta get you faded and get us to karaoke one night. See Andre.
I don't know, it's gonna take a lot for me to land the mic. We'll see.
If you had to pick one song for karaoke, you had to play.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars, crazy, fire. Shout out Super Dupes too, man. Super Dupes is his producer, man. Did all of Doo-Wops and Hooligans, man. That dude's crazy, yeah. I met him
Especially
the
the
other
old
day.
ones too. No, Bruno, his voice is insane.
Talking to the moon. Crazy song. I think I wanna marry you. Bro, I swear, yeah, shit, bro. I listened to all that stuff when I was younger, man. Bruno
Yeah.
Mars is goated.
I feel like the old ones have more soul, or that's just me.
Nah, definitely. More emotion. I mean, that's just every music now. Like all older music, it's like more emotion than anything more recent now. Every time I say that, though, I feel so old. So I'm like, yo, like that's what like people say we're like in their 30s or 40s about like our music and everything. So I'm like, shit, I might just get into that. Back in my day, music was real.
Huh?
That'd be sounding like an old man. Back in my day, music was real. Had emotion. None of this garbage.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's funny how like these old people nowadays. I mean, some of them they like the new songs
Yeah, 100%.
because they have no choice. They hear it everywhere.
Facts, though. That's the other thing with TikTok now, though. Like, music is going, like, people in the music industry are, like, so confused of, like, where music's gonna go because TikTok is, like, killing streaming and, like, all this stuff. It's, like, it's a whole new world of sound. Like,
I mean,
people find new artists off TikTok, but then the thing is with TikTok streaming, like, you can, your TikTok music, you can't really sometimes find that music on there's songs on Spotify or something.
oh yeah,
Streaming is going crazy. Like the whole world of music sounds kind of
it's more of
crazy.
like they use TikTok as a tool because it's not their own music that they're remixing, even if it really sounds good.
Yeah,
Like you can't find the remixes on Spotify,
no, it's crazy.
but it allows people to see how talented you are,
Yeah,
and it can open a lot of opportunities for you
that's true.
to work on new songs with other artists.
True. I gotta get back on like more on TikTok, really.
Oh yeah, Instagram.
All these videos we're making,
I mean,
all this
Facebook
content.
too, but that's Facebook. Actually, it's good.
Facebook's good for like the older crowd, but you can
Yeah.
also have those Facebook ads manager because Facebook owns Instagram. This is actually another little key thing right here. Facebook owns Instagram, so like when you're pushing your content and your videos and reels and everything, instead of boosting it from Instagram, doing it from like Facebook ads manager, Meta Business, because then you'll actually be sending it to
But
crazy
doesn't it
people.
cost more?
No, at the end of the day, it's like you're getting more more specific with your ads and like how you want them to convert and like where you want these people to go, their links and everything, and like adding your Facebook pixel, which is crazy because if you add your Facebook pixel, then everything's just gonna, all the data is just gonna cross-reference and it's just gonna get better and better.
I need to try that because I'm just boosting a post on Instagram.
I got you. Help you out here.
There
Thank
you
you.
have it. I'm with CZAR. So where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram at CZAR, not Caesar. CZAR, not Caesar. CAESER.
So thank you, bro.
Appreciate you.
Glad to have
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for
Coffee
having me.
conversations without coffee.
Hey, we'll get the coffee next time. Next one.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.